Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Blessing again. Have you missed me? Because I've missed you too. If you haven't missed me, it's because you're not subscribed to the channel, so click the subscribe button and join the family. Okay, if you would like to take one-on-one lessons, or if you would like to join my online group classes so you can learn Yoruba in a more structured and interactive way, then please send me an email at yorubalessons@gmail.com and I'll let you know all the information. So I don't want to talk too much. I want us to get right into this video. So today I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know about addressing or dealing with elders in the Yoruba culture, because so many of you have been asking, and I'm going to tell you. And it's actually really good because if you know anything about the Yoruba culture, the Yoruba language, we have a lot of reverence and respect for elders. We're going to be going through all of that in this video. So if you want to learn how to address elders in Yoruba, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Okay, don't just be coming and taking my content for free. The question is, who are elders? Who is an elder? Who is regarded as an elder? In the Yoruba culture, anyone who is older than you is your elder. They have to be addressed as such. But generally you kind of address people by their names in the West, but in the Yoruba culture, you don't do that thing. There will never be a situation in which you addressing an older person by their first name is acceptable. There is not. So let's start from your siblings. If your siblings are even a year older than you will still have to respect them. So we have this saying, when people say, oh, like someone is only a year older than me, someone's only 2 years older than me, they'll say, surely Raudu Konloja. And you buy that 1 year in the market, even if they're like 6 months older than you can't buy the 6 months, you can't get the 6 months back. Therefore, you have to respect them. So if you have an older sibling, no matter how young or old they are, you're supposed to refer to them as brother or sister. Okay, so brother Ayo, sister Anu, brother and sister for your older siblings. Also for like people that you meet that are a little bit older than you, they're not old enough to be classed as auntie or uncle, you call them brother and sister, because it is rude to be calling someone older than you by their name. That also applies to family friends, your mom's friends, your dad's friends, even generally anyone that you meet in public that is older than you. Okay, so in the Western world, which will be my point of reference, you only call your actual aunties and uncles auntie and uncle. So your mom's brother, sister, your mom's sister and brothers, those are your aunties and uncle. In the Yoruba culture, every person older than you that is not a brother or a sister is an auntie or an uncle. Like even me, when I go out in public and people are speaking to me that they don't know me or they don't know my age, they'll refer to me as auntie. Auntie, come and buy now. It's just a thing we do. So all of my mom's friends are aunties. I call them auntie. All of my dad's friends, auntie or uncle. There is no one that I call Mr. Gbolaon. If I need to save their names in my phone, they are saved as Auntie Tolu, Uncle Kinikan. That is just how it's done. If the person is older than your parents, then you're going to graduate from auntie and uncle. You're going to start calling them mommy and daddy. If the person is even much older, you call them mommy agba or daddy agba, like big daddy and big mommy. So the first thing you need to know is that if someone is older than you, it is rude to call them by their name. By their first name, you don't do it, okay? You're either going to be calling them brother, sister, auntie, uncle, mommy, daddy. Like we call people mommy and daddy that aren't our mums and dads, okay? There's a lot of people I call mommy and daddy that are not my mommy, nor are they my daddy. But it is respectful. So that's the first thing. Now, when it comes to greeting, we don't just show respect and reverence in the way that we speak, we show it with our bodies as well and our body language. So when you first see an elder, there is a specific way you're supposed to greet them. So there is a way that women are supposed to greet older people, and there's a way that men are supposed to greet older people. So as a woman, when you are trying to greet an elder or an older person, you are supposed to kunle, which means to kneel. So you kunle, and the way that we kunle is not any ordinary kunle. Both your knees will touch the ground. You will kunle fully. As a man, if you want to greet an elder, you will dobale, which means you will lie flat. It literally means to prostrate. So you will lie flat, horizontal, on the ground, okay? Now that, from what I've seen, people don't actually really do that anymore. If you're in Nigeria and if you're in your parents' house, you will still be doing that. It's still a thing in Nigeria, but from what I've seen, I rarely see anyone kunle, or I rarely see anyone dobale. What people tend to do nowadays is they'll kind of just curtsy, or men will kind of just do this. They'll just kind of bend low, but they won't actually prostrate. But you will see proper kneeling and proper prostrating. If you've ever seen a Nigerian traditional wedding, there's a lot of kneeling and a lot of prostrating there. If you want to impress someone, if you're meeting maybe friends' parents, spouse's parents, someone, even your own parents, you want to just make them happy one day, like kneel down properly or prostrate properly when you're greeting them, and they'll be like, when I go to visit my friends' parents and I kneel down, they're like, so people still kneel down, people still greet like this, Daniel, like you're a good like child. It's just seen as respectful. You kneel in the house, you kneel outside, you kneel in the church, you kneel in the club, you kneel in the restaurant. I don't know why they'd be in the club, but if they are, you will kneel, okay? The way you're supposed to greet is to kneel or prostrate if you're a man. Okay, then let's move on to when you are actually speaking to them. So when you are speaking to them, there is a clear distinction between how you'll speak to an older person and how you'll speak to a younger person. So whenever you're addressing a younger person as you, there will always be a different word to address an older person as you. So firstly, when you say "o" for a younger person, like "owala no," you came yesterday, it will become "e" for an older person. "Ewala no," you came yesterday. So "owala no" is you came yesterday for a younger person. "Ewala no," you came yesterday for an older person. So the "o" becomes an "e." She o fe jeun, do you want to eat, to a younger person. She o fe jeun. To an older person, you will say she e fe jeun. She e fe jeun. Okay. Sho ti jeun, have you eaten, younger person. She ti jeun, have you eaten, older person. So the O becomes an E when you're talking to an older person. Okay, so anytime you're using the letter O to represent you in a sentence for a younger person, you're going to be using the letter E to represent you for an older person. Now, anytime you use the letter E to represent you for a younger person, you're going to be using the word ni for an older person. So, mori e, I saw you, younger person. That's how you say I saw you to a younger person. If you don't know about all these pronouns, go and watch my pronoun video. So, mori e, I saw you, younger person. Mori ni, I saw you, older person. Mori e, mori ni. So you will never say to an older person, Mori, I saw you. It's rude. You will say Mori. Inkan e is for younger person. Inkan e. Inkan yi, older person. Inkan yi. Okay. This even applies when you're not talking directly to the person. Even if you are talking about an older person, you still have to respect them. Okay, we don't play with this respect thing at all. It's a very serious matter. Oje onjenye. Oje onjenye means he ate the food. Yeah, but when you want to say an older person, he or she ate the food, you will say moje onjenye. Moje onjenye. So O for he or she becomes mo for he or she if the person is older. Mo wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, I am with him or her. Mo wà pẹ̀lú wọn, I am with him or her, older person. Mo wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, I am with him or her. Mo wà pẹ̀lú wọn, I am with him or her, older person. So O or E will become mo. Okay. So O máa lọ lọ́la, wọ́n máa lọ lọ́la. He will go tomorrow, he will go tomorrow, but older person. Okay, I hope it makes sense. If it doesn't, just comment down below. But that's generally how you talk to and talk about older people. Okay. So another big thing when it comes to older people is etiquette around food and eating. Okay. Let's start with when you are serving an older person. You kind of curtsy a bit when you give them the food. You don't just, it's not even just serving. When you give an older person something anyway, two things matter. You give it to them with your right hand, okay? Give them things with your right hand. You do not give older people stuff with your or left hand. It's even so serious, like you don't use your left hand to pick something in a plate that an older person is gonna eat from. Like, this left hand right hand thing is a big deal, okay? So when you're serving an older person, when you're giving them something, when you're dealing with their food, just when it comes to older people, or even people generally, because people are really serious about this left hand right hand thing, use your right hand, yeah? So owo otun, don't use your owo osi, your left hand. Okay, so if you're serving or giving an older person anything, you give it to them with your right hand. When you give them something, you kind of dip. You just show the respect. That's all it is. It's all about respect. I don't know how many times I'm going to say respect, but you should just know respect, respect, respect. When you are eating with an older person, they are served first. You will serve their meal first, and then you will take your meal. If you're eating meat, an older person gets served meat first. Obviously, if they've already served your meat on your plates, that's different. But if they give you like a bowl of meat and then you're supposed to serve, the older person will choose the meat they want first, and then you will choose yours. So you don't just go in there like, no, I want the big piece. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, okay? That being said, once an older person has finished eating, you are expected to palemo, yeah, which means to clear the table. So it is unacceptable. Under no circumstances will you and an older person have eaten and then they get up and start clearing the table, and you're just like, yeah, no. So one, you get up and you clear the table, but if they start clearing the table, then you take it from them. Or let's say like you didn't notice they finished, even if you're not eating with them, if you're sitting down, they finished eating, you're supposed to go and clear their food, their plate, their table, whatever, and take it to the kitchen and bring something for them to wash their hands with, okay? If somehow you forget and they've already packed up their food and they're already on their way to the kitchen, you don't go, oh, well, that's gone, I tried. No, you're supposed to get up, take it from them and take it to the kitchen. When an older person is doing any kind of chore and you come in and you see it, you're supposed to take it from them. So if you see an older person sweeping, you say, oh, emuwa, edekingba. Like, let me sweep the floor. So you take it and you continue sweeping. You go into the kitchen and they're washing the dishes. You say emwa, as in bring it, and you start washing the dishes. So the general rule is whenever you see an older person doing something, carrying something, some kind of chore, as a younger person, you're supposed to take it from them and resume that chore instead, okay? So the same thing applies. It is your duty as a younger person lati palemo. So when an older person has finished eating, it is your job to clear up. Okay, so when it comes to relating with an older person, there are certain things that you're not supposed to do. One of them is you're not supposed to go molenu. So agbalagba means like an elder, an older person. So a situation where an older person is yelling and you're yelling back and you're just going at it is never supposed to happen. If there's a situation where you have to say something because maybe what they're saying is fundamentally wrong, or you feel like you have to stick up for yourself, or you need to make a point or whatever, the best thing to do is to get your point across as respectfully and with your voice down as possible. Yeah, so there should be no yelling back and forth. If an adult is speaking to you by arguing back, you should just like stay quiet. But personally, I think it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So that is most of the very important rules when it comes to dealing with adults. The most important is when you are speaking with them, knowing the difference between o and e. You know, when you want to say ma binu, if you're talking to an older person, you're going to put Emma Binu in front of it. When you say kwele to a younger person, you'll say ekwele for an older person. Just being mindful, you know, when you say karo to a younger person, karo to an older person. So knowing the difference between, you know, younger and older, and putting the when it's necessary. Okay, because I think that's the biggest deal breaker. Even if you don't do all the other things because you didn't know about it, the way you speak, if you can speak to them with respect, you're going to win them over. If as a Yoruba person you know a few more things that culturally we do to elders or about elders, comment it down below. Teach us, educate us. This is a place to learn, okay? Which of these facts did you know already? Which of these facts do you do already? And which of these facts are you never gonna do? Which one are you like, I don't know about that, okay? But let's talk, comment down below. And the word of today, the secret word of this video is onions. Comment down below onions if you got this far, because you know everybody started this journey, but not everybody made it this far. Okay, so if you have made it this far, comment down below onions, and let's see the people down below wondering why we're talking about onions. None of their business. Okay, it's none of their business. Thank you so much guys for watching this far. If you would like to take one-on-one lessons with me or online group classes, send me a email, yorubalessons@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe. Share the video, okay? Let people know that something good and Yoruba and culturistic is happening over here. All right guys, bye.
Waterfront, get down, run your waistline. Let me take a swim. Yeah. Step and run the baseline. Get down all the thing.